Welcome to ECOC TV. Today I'm joined by Daryl Inniss. Daryl, thanks for talking to us today. Now, last year was the first time they'd ever had these awards for ECOC, and the interest was phenomenal. The competition was really striking. Why do you think they were so important to people?
I think the awards were important because this is a very hot area in general, where innovation plays a big role in moving this industry forward. And there are numerous new ideas and concepts that are being brought to market. And as such, everyone is trying to highlight their advances and making sure that they're recognized for what they've done.
Tell us about the categories. Just remind us of all the sort of component parts people can apply for.
Yeah, the categories. I mean, this is all much about innovation and commercialization. So those are the two important aspects. But we're looking for things like optical integration that has to do with perhaps silicon photonics, but not isolated to silicon photonics. We're interested in FTTX and the ways that suppliers are making or bringing new technologies to the market to ease implementation, bringing fiber to the home or fiber to the building. We're looking at optical transport. That is a very big area because it's the backbone of the network, and so parts that bring innovation there. We're looking at best fiber, best component type, and this is more on the passive side, but it's a very important element. It's oftentimes under or not looked at carefully, and so this is something that we think we want to make sure that it's well represented and it's included in this process. So there's a broad suite. That's just an example. There's a broad suite of areas. We're always looking for innovation, though. That's one of the bedrocks of what we're doing.
Why is it important to sort of recognize the contributions that the fiber optic industry has made, particularly at the moment?
It's important because we're still continuously going through changes. This industry, it's really interesting. On the one hand, it's like a utility in that it's slow moving. Some of the growth can be single digit year over year. On the other hand, from an innovation perspective, it's constantly changing. The demand is constantly there year over year. The bandwidth growth is unsaturated in this marketplace. And so we're at 400 gigabits per second today. We'll shortly start to introduce the 800 gigabits per second. Before you know it, we'll be at 1.6 T and so forth. And in order to bring this new data rate to market, we need new technologies necessarily, and in which case innovation is a big element that is necessary, not just for innovation's sake, but to commercialize these processes, which makes communication, which is such an important part of our society. Given the last year and a half or so coming out of the pandemic, we recognize all of the benefits that we've all realized that's a result of high-speed internet, of broadband, of connectivity that we've had. And this is worldwide. This is not isolated to any one country. And so that trend would definitely continue to grow.
Just give us a few tips. If I'm a company looking to enter, what are the kind of things that you're looking for as a judging panel?
As I mentioned previously, I keep focusing on the concept of innovation. This industry is driven, for the most part, by technological innovation. And so we focus on that all the time. But one of the elements that is very important for these awards is the commercialization of the technology. Is showing that it has been and it's being adopted. It's showing that it's robust. It's showing that there's revenue growth that's associated with the advance. And innovation need not be technology specific. Innovation can be business model wise. Innovation could be ways that you're partnering and communicating with your customers or with the ecosystem to make something a reality. And so we encourage those to think broader than technology. We encourage those to think really about commercialization and making this technology sound robust and also low cost and pervasive for the marketplace.
Well, Daryl, thank you very much for those tips, and thank you for joining us today.
Thank you, Brian. It's a pleasure.